Greetings to all of humanity. A very special greeting to all of my followers. Today I want to follow up on that vlog I would have done before concerning the Goddard Empire, especially in my country. I want to read a little bit of the history for you and also to share a vlog with you. I have finished the vlog today. I'm back home, I'm just in the backyard, and I'm gonna read a little bit of the history for you, and then I'll leave the vlog for you to look at and enjoy. So let me read the history for you, and also let me just show you the same photo that is in the office in Kingston of Joseph Nathaniel Goddard, and here is it. So there's a photo there of Joseph Nathaniel Goddard and one with Victor Goddard also. Okay, but the one that they have in the office in Kingston is the one with Joseph Nathaniel Goddard, which is Neville's dad. Here it says that the first location was in Bridgetown, Barbados, where it all started in 1921. Okay, now I'm going to read for you. It says here, on October the 13th, 1921, Joseph Nathaniel Goddard formed a partnership with his son, Victor, to open a meat and grocery store located on a side street in Bridgetown. And Bridgetown is the capital of Barbados, okay? At the time, neither could have foreseen that this small business would develop into a successful multinational conglomerate, okay? Today, Goddard Enterprises spans over 23 countries in the Caribbean, of which I would have shown to you that my country, St. Vincent and the Grenadines, was one of those Caribbean islands. North, South, and Central America. So, throughout the Caribbean, North America, South America, and Central America. Okay, that North America most likely I believe would be Canada. While continuing to take part in the more traditional areas of retailing and wholesaling, which they still do today, operations are expanding into new and exciting industries, which are really taking place a lot today also. Just 3 short years after opening the business, the Ice House building on Broad Street was purchased by Mr. Goddard on October 13, 1924. Expanding the food operation. So you see, it was constant expansion. Being that this was the first refrigerated meat store in Bridgetown, this brought innovation to the local retailing sector. Later, it was converted into a supermarket business, with a branch being opened in the Fontabelle in 1962. The Rendezvous supermarket was subsequently acquired in 1964. The key to success at the Goddard Group is diversification. As a supermarket retail business continued its success and was the primary business for many years, the company also expanded through the acquisition of existing businesses. In 1939, the first acquisition took place in the bakery industry, ultimately leading to outright ownership of the Purity Bakery, a market leader in Barbados. Goddard ventured into the department store, retail, and hotel business in 1943, the latter of which led to the development of airline catering services. Let me just say here, what I would have known first was the store department of Goddard, because that was the first thing they would have moved to my island, St. Vincent, is to be a store first. Okay, let me see where I was reading. Okay, led to the development of airline catering services. Continued diversification, entrepreneurial development over the decades laid the foundation for the corporation to secure the strong position it occupies today. Okay, Goddard Enterprises currently operates over 50 companies across 23 countries, spanning from Canada in the north to Uruguay in the south. Uruguay be South America, okay? Now I want to read something else for you concerning the Goddards also. And that would be the local Goddards here. That is known as Curries. Okay? So here they're saying who we are, because they explain about Curries Hazels Inc. Curries Hazel Inc. is an amalgamation of companies, one of which was established in 1845. Curries Hazels is a member company of Goddard Enterprises Limited, a regional conglomerate headquartered in Barbados and listed on the Barbados Stock Exchange. It presently employs just over 170 persons stationed at several locations across St. Vincent and the Grenadines. For a small country like St. Vincent and the Grenadines, that's a lot of people to be employed, because there's just 120 to 110,000 people that lives in this country. Okay, so for one company to employ that amount of people, that's a lot of people. Okay, because there's much companies in my island that employ so much people. Okay, because many of them, they're not large and they're not as they do not have as much different branches like the Goddards. Okay, Curries and Hills is the biggest in the town right now. They have the most, different companies and employ actually the most people for any one business. Okay, the philosophies and values of the companies. This diversified company embraces the philosophy that a first-class customer service and strong supplier relationship must be the bedrock of its business. And you remember that Abdullah instilled in Neville that he was going to travel first class, and he must always think first class, not third class. Its strong service culture complements the view that it has an inherent civic responsibility to support the community that has made it the market leader in most of its areas of business. And truly they are the market leaders in my island for sure, where we come from. And here is a picture of the first Goddard and Sons, which I was showing you in the vlog before. This was back in the days. This would have been, maybe in the 60s, around there. This is at the time when Kingston was not like how it is looking now. When it was right in front of this building, it used to be the Iron Man, which I was explaining to you in the vlog. Okay. In 1962, Goddard Enterprises Limited acquired its second overseas interest when it purchased United Traders Limited, a privately owned company which traded in hardware. It was a hardware department, right? Food, supermarket, motor vehicles, automotive department, and a department store. Okay, back in my island, as I said, here used to first be a store. Okay, in 1963, the group purchased another privately owned company called Korea and Company Limited, with similar trading practices to the above, but in addition had shipping and insurance departments and included a department store, which today they still have insurance, vehicle, all of these things. They still have all of these things. Later, In 1968, another private company was purchased, Jerry Palmer Limited. In 1973, H.D. Deere Limited, a company that held lands at Cane Hall, and several agencies included BAT, British American Tobacco, was also purchased. In that same year, a holding company, Goddard Enterprises St. Vincent Limited, was formed to own the St. Vincent interest. In 1976, the trading activities of the other three companies were taken over by United Traders Limited, which later purchased its name, the Courage Trading Limited. I can remember when they were traders, they used to go by the name of traders. So from Goddard, they changed the name to traders also. So there are some people from more younger people would have known that same building that would have shown you that says Courage Trading, so on, they would have known it to be traders. We used to call it traders as growing up when I was a little boy. In December 1981, Goddard Enterprises St. Vincent Limited acquired Hazel's Limited. Okay, and I remember that too. What used to be known as Hazel's, the oldest registered company in SVG, established in 1845. This company comprises the following: an hardware, a building supplies department, a wholesale food and liquor department, along with automotive, shipping, and insurance departments. In 1985, Goddard acquired 53.59% of the shares in W.B. Hutchinson and Company, St. Vincent Limited. I remember W.B. Hutchinson for sure. And in 1990, all the remaining shares were acquired. WBH, which is W.B. Hutchinson, held the Ace Hardware franchise. And remember, I was showing you the Ace departments where they sell all of these things for all these household things. WHB, which is W.B. Hutchinson, held the Ace Hardware franchise and a food distribution department. In 1988, Courier and Company, which is Courier, in 1988, Limited was formed to manage the shipping agencies of Courage Trading Limited as Hazel's Limited, and they still have the shipping agencies. Okay, in that same building where I went up today to do this vlog, which you would see after I finish my reading. A member of the Goddard Group of Companies, Courier and Co. 1980 Limited, is well established and accepted as being the most respected shipping agency and shore excursion operator in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, serving 85% of the cruise vessels and 70% of cargo vessels that visit our shores. And haven't it been for the whole coronavirus thing, there would have been more tourist ships coming. As a matter of fact, the season would have started, and there normally be a lot of big buses packed with tourists, and these buses are from couriers, and they always have people on the buses speaking to the tourists and telling the tourists certain things and showing them certain sites, and then they will take them to tour in the gardens where I normally used to make my videos, in the botanic gardens and so on, and tour them and explain themselves. And it's something to behold, because these people who are here, they have to change their accent and try to speak a certain kind of way to accommodate these tourists, and I'm not gonna even comment on it. Okay, the company also carries a US $2 million tow liability insurance. Courier and Company 1988 Limited Cruise Division represents many cruise lines, including Princess Cruises. These are some of the cruises that do come here to this island. P&O Cruises, AIDA as in AIDA, Silver Sea Cruises, Cunard Seabourn Line, Holiday Cruise Factory, Mona Lisa, this seems to me like a German. Okay, this is a German name. I might not be pronouncing it the correct way. Okay, Fred Olsen Cruises, Sun Cruises, a Majestic Cruise Line, among others. The cargo division is agent for Geese Line, as I would have pointed out when I was doing the vlog the last time, and Tropical Shipping. I know about the Tropical Shipping and about the Geese Line and so on. And Geese Line used to be operating St. Vincent even much more on a regular basis when the main industry here used to be banana, and they used to ship banana to England. Until they open like the free trade thing, you know, the whole banana just go down and they depending on tourism, which I call tourism. Is that people depending on other people to make a living when you can use their imagination to create their reality consciously. And then anybody saying for more information, please visit our receptive department and so on. Okay, so now I've read all of that for you. I'm going to encourage you to sit down, relax, and enjoy the vlog. Outside the Corrales building, where I'm gonna take you and show you the picture of Neville's dad, Joseph Goddard, who was actually the founder. So I'm just encouraging you to enjoy this short vlog as I take you upstairs and show you that everything I've been saying to you concerning the Goddards in my country and the change of name, that it is all true and it all stems from learning to use your imagination, which is the creator in you. So with me teaching that God is your own human imagination, the creator in man, evidence can never lie. Okay, results don't lie. So let's move. So I'm on my way now. I would have already gotten the permission to come up, but I can only stay in the waiting room. I can't go into the building itself, into the office itself, I should say. Okay, all these photos here are people who have worked and still working with the company, and most of these people, they would have gone to school, get good grades, and they have what people refer to as a good job and so on, but many of them do not really know the whole story concerning Neville, Abdullah, and what Neville taught, and how much humanity is actually benefited from the lectures of Neville Goddard based on what he would have learned from our ancestor Abdullah. So I'm now approaching the waiting room, and I'm going to show you. So now I'm in the waiting room, and here is their mission. And as you can see, Goddard Enterprises, St. Vincent Limited, and they have the mission statement there. Okay, and over the side, you can see also where they have the Goddard Enterprise and the mission statement, and this is where they have the picture. There's the picture right here with Joseph Nathaniel Goddard, which is Neville's father. I cannot go into their office without permission, so I have to do it from out here in the waiting room. Okay, if I can get a more close-up picture of Neville's dad, that would be very good. So I'm gonna get a close-up photo of him and show you right here. Okay, so everything that I've been teaching you, I'm providing you the evidence, and you see the source from where this teaching comes from. And without a shadow of a doubt, there are many people who are actually working in this establishment who actually believe that the Bible is a literal book and that it is a religious book, and do not understand the secrets that is inside of there, and how our ancestor Abdullah taught Neville how to use it and I'm here teaching others how to use it, and I've been branded as a crazy man, as a madman, because most of the people, they were taught to go to school and get good grades and get a good job. But for now, that's what I'm going to say for now. Okay, and then I'm going to move back down and continue to vlog and continue to bring this information to you, showing you where the Goddard began in Barbados and continue their empire throughout the Caribbean. And it all begins in imagination, knowing that imagination is what creates reality, and that we can actually create our reality consciously. And here's the evidence. Here is the evidence. And here are people. They're all smiling because some of them have walked. Some of them have walked here. For example, 35 years. 35 years. Here, 20. This one says 20 years. She's been working here for 20 years. And the photos are here in display, so I can actually, look at them for 20 years. This person here for 30 years. This person been working for 10 years. This other person was working for 10 years. This other person was working for 10 years. This other person was working for 10 years. 10 years. 10 years. 10 years. 10 years, and also 10 years. So actually, they have photographs of persons who've been working for 10 years and more. And as we know, 10 years is a decade. So the people be working for a decade here, and there are people working for 2 decades, and there have been people been working for 3 decades and a half here, and not known the whole origin of the Goddard enterprise, how it started. Who doesn't know that they had a 4th son by the name of Neville, who thought that the Bible addresses the human mind and must be interpreted psychologically. That's not literal, neither is it secular history. For from Genesis 1 to Revelation 22, it's all a great psychological drama. And I can guarantee you, most of the people who work in these institutions, they believe still that the Bible is secular Christianity. They still believe that it is a religious book, yet they do not even know how this business was first established, and that it was established based on our ancestor teaching Neville Goddard the truth about the Bible and how it's supposed to be interpreted. And so we see so many people been working for so many years because they were taught in school to get good grades and get a job. But we who have come to true awakening, true enlightenment, we know that imagination is what creates our reality. And we know down to the educational system that was given to us, it was first imagined. The bench, the desk, the book, the pencil, the pen, the blackboard, the chalk, the building that they call school, even that was imagined. And so we know everything is stemmed from a thought. And your thought is a vibrational frequency. For everything is energy, vibration, and frequency. And your brain is a receiver and a transmitter of frequency. Therefore, whatever frequency you dwell on, that will become your reality. And that is why many of our people that live in school with an employee mentality. But I want to say to each and everyone who will hear my voice that greatness is in you, and you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to, as long as you believe that God is your imagination. And with all imagination, there is anything made that was made. For all things that was ever made was first imagined. And everything that's ever going to be made, it must first be imagined. So with that being said, and with this short vlog, I want to thank you very much. I want to say peace, love you all. Continue to use your imagination, continue to believe in your imagination, especially in this digital age that we are living in. Because in this digital age is where they're gonna go against freedom of speech when you start teaching people that they can actually create whatever they so desire in this world. And when you start to expose the Bible that was used to keep people brainwashed and to keep them controlled, and they brand you can pass, go ahead, and they brand you as a crazy man, okay, this is the time they're going to use the digital age to shut you up. Okay, so with that being said, my brother, my sister, I want to thank you very much. I want to say I love you, peace, I'm out.